This is your host, Nick Riley, and you're listening to the One Day Advice podcast. Together, we're going to take a ride inside the world of personal finance. I'm going to give you a fully transparent, behind-the-scenes look into the financial services industry, helping you to optimize your financial life along the way. I think we all can agree that budgeting sucks. In this episode, I'm going to provide you with an alternative that is far more fun and gets you better results. So it really takes a rare breed to actually follow through with and enjoy implementing a budget. In my experience, people simply avoid it like the plague because it just plain old sucks. It takes time, which most of us don't have. It takes attention, which we all have limited amounts of. It reveals truth, often on the negative side, because people don't want to uncover the truth behind their spending. And more importantly, it involves saying no to things and foregoing pleasure now in order to potentially have pleasure in the future. Budgeting requires discipline and a strong dose of delayed gratification. And to top it all off, budgeting is restrictive. And I think that is the key. No one wants to restrict their life. So here's an analogy. You can only squeeze so much juice out of a single lemon. So why not focus on growing more lemon trees? That way you'll have an endless supply of lemons. I encourage you to think about that for a second. If you're constantly trying to allocate all of your current income into categories of spending, you're missing the true opportunity, and that is to increase your income. Increasing your income is not only empowering, it can be fun and energizing, and it opens more doors of opportunity to get more fulfillment out of your day-to-day life. So, but wait, you might be asking yourself, I thought this was an episode about budgeting and spending. Well, then what do I do about my spending? I can't just continue to spend all that I make. And my answer to that is to become a conscious and purposeful spender. Take a strategic approach and ask yourself the following questions. And let the ideas flow free. Be honest with yourself. Take the time to reflect and dig deep if you need to. Remove any distractions that you can allow your mind to be creative. But ultimately, ask yourself these questions. And feel free to pause the podcast in order to ask yourself each of these questions. So the first, what are some of your favorite memories that bring a smile to your face? What did you spend money on, if any, for those memories? Second question, in general, what do you enjoy spending money on the most? What experiences, activities, or things give you the most fulfillment in your everyday life? What do you probably spend too much on? And be honest with yourself here. You probably already know what you spend too much on. So once again, what do you probably spend too much on? What could you spend money on that would give you back more time in your day or make your life more simple and stress-free? So those are all great questions to be asking in a personal strategy session that relates to your spending. So with your findings, you will want to decide what you want to spend less on and what you want to spend more on. Yes, you heard that correctly. You should try and spend more money on the things that bring more time, joy, balance, and fulfillment to your life. By spending more on these types of experiences and things, you will have a much better outlook on life and have more purpose. This will ultimately lead to less desire for purchases that provide quick dopamine spikes that don't offer true long-term enjoyment or satisfaction, and ultimately lead to a more prosperous, enjoyable life around money. And that is the goal. I mean, people lose sleep over money. People have ruined relationships over money. If you can have a great relationship with your money, it will reap benefits in other aspects of your life. So, in summary, you're ultimately wanting to build a decision framework around your spending. Cut out the things that don't truly add value to your overall well-being and happiness, and spend more on the things that will add value. Spend more money on experiences that will give you great memories or stories, because these will give you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of gratitude that you'll be able to enjoy into perpetuity. Talk about a great bang for your buck. Spending money on something once and having memories and stories to tell from that give you continual enjoyment. So I'll end with a motivational Ted Lasso quote, because I'm loving the second season right now on Apple TV Plus. But when Ted's talking about his own success story, he says, "When I was a baby, I couldn't walk or talk. Look at me now. I've come a long way." And I think that's so great, because I do believe that we can all shift our mindset towards spending and remove that restrictive mindset of budgeting and take on more of an empowering mindset towards your spending, where you're able to spend on things that you really enjoy and get great satisfaction from. So just begin taking those baby steps, and you'll be well on your way to making that mindset shift. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Hi, I'm Nick Riley, the founder of One Day Advice. If you like what you've heard, we'd greatly appreciate your help in spreading the word. After all, we are financial educators, not marketers. Thanks for listening, and remember to leave us a review.
Nick Riley is the founder of One Day Advice, an independent fiduciary and fee-only registered investment advisor. Nick serves as a wealth advisor and educator to his clients. All opinions expressed by Nick and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of One Day Advice. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment or financial decisions.